everyone, to the Alan Powell Show live on a Wednesday afternoon. We had a press conference from the Chicago Bears. Luke Getsy was fired as the OC today. We will break down the NFL playoffs wildcard weekend. I will give you my picks and my keys to the game. So if you all make bets, take my picks to the bank. And if you win some money, make sure you cut me in. Other than that, let's get ready to lock and load, people, and talk about this Bears press conference and where do they go from here. Let's go.
We lock and load, Alan Powell. It's the Alan Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Alan Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Alan Powell Show. Where we lock and load. It's the Alan Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on.
Thank y'all for joining me today on the Alan Powell Show. This is the new day. Haven't worked out the exact time right now. It's fluctuating, but we will have a exact time going forward. But we have some big news today. The Bears fired Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator, in a somewhat shocking move, because that really says that they thought he was that bad that they couldn't bring him back. Because after listening to this press conference, it was a lot of key words that they said that made me think they're going to lean a certain way going forward regarding the quarterback position. So they fired Luke Getsy. They talked about what they're looking for in the next offensive coordinator. And they also said they was confident that if Justin Fields is still the quarterback, that he will be able to adjust to whoever the offensive coordinator is. Now, let's break down this press conference, because I just watched it in its entirety. Well, not entirety, because the president, Kevin Warren, is still speaking. But I felt like after Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus made their comments, I was able to take away from that what I believe the Bears would do in the future. So, with that being said, Ryan Poles spoke for some time. Eberflus spoke for some time. They both said key things that makes me believe that Justin Fields will be the quarterback of the Chicago Bears next year. They talked about the long game. And in my opinion, the long game is you're still going to build around Justin Fields. You're still building a quality team. If you draft a quarterback, to me, you're starting over. And I don't think you want to do that. Even the president, the few comments that I heard, he talked about long-term approach, which could be either or. You could draft a quarterback, but at the same time, I feel like they don't want to start over. He says, Kevin Warren, the president, said he's very competitive and impatient. And if you are those two things, that sounds more like you want to stick with Justin Fields to continue to build. Did C.J. Stroud ball out as a rookie? Yes, he's in the playoffs. But normally rookies do not pan out like that, where they're going to ball out the first year and make it get it to the playoffs. You have a better chance with Justin Fields getting to the playoffs next season. You trade that pick, you get more picks, you get players, you continue to build. They fired Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator. I'm somewhat shocked by that, because now you're about to put Justin Fields in another system unless they hire within. Do they feel confident with someone inside of the organization to bring the offense that they want to see? More explosiveness, better play calling. Do they already have that in-house? I can't see that. Do I know everybody in the house? No. But if he was that great, he would have took over it during the season. So that leads me to believe that they're looking outside for a new offensive coordinator. And that's going to be a totally new system for Justin Fields. Once again, I believe Justin Fields will be the quarterback of the Chicago Bears after the Bears have fired Luke Getsy. They fired Luke Getsy. They talked about they're going to hire a new offensive coordinator, and they got to get a new defensive coordinator because of the shenanigans that happened last year with the Bears defensive coordinator. Well, he got off the field issues. We still don't know the full story with that. Reports about drugs and things of that nature. We don't know what happened, but the defensive coordinator of the Bears was let go. Eberflus had to take over. They performed better, so they have to get an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. I'm not too much worried about the defensive coordinator because Eberflus is a defensive guy. He took over, did a pretty good job. But the offensive coordinator is a big position to fill. You got Justin Fields you got to worry about, him learning another system. We felt like he was just now getting comfortable in this system, even though the play calling was suspect a lot of the time. And that's why Luke Getsy is fired today. I don't know who they look at. I don't know who the best available candidates are. But it's not going to be any head coaching candidates because they're going to be interviewing for head coaches. So it got to be some new up-and-coming offensive, genius, maybe, potential genius. I thought they think Luke Getsy was that, but it didn't work out. So they're going to try again. Or could they go with the veteran approach and go with someone who has done it before who might not be doing it right now? I don't have those names in front of me. I might have to go look up a few names to see who's available. But once again, Luke Getsy is out as the Bears offensive coordinator. The Bears have press conference addressing that move and going forward. They try to stay vague about what they're going to do with the draft. Of course, they're going to do that. They don't want to let the cat out the bag of their plans or what they're trying to do. But based on what I've heard, based on what I heard from them today, in my assessment, in my opinion, Justin Fields will be the quarterback of the Chicago Bears next year. They would trade that number 1 pick. They would get more picks. They would continue to build. I would hope they would get Marvin Harrison Jr. as the wide receiver and get another first-round pick from somebody. They should be able to get another haul like they did last year for the Carolina pick. Hopefully, it's another terrible team where they get the first overall pick again. That would be great as well. That would be unprecedented. That would be shocking if they was to do it again. But to strike fire twice in back-to-back years is incredible. Victor Legron says yes. Yes to what? Tell me what you're saying yes to, brother. Tell me what you're saying yes to. That is one of my consistent guests on the show, very knowledgeable. So I'm definitely curious about what you're saying yes to. I'm pretty sure that you watched the press conference as well or listened to it. I know you probably at the gig, but if you heard the press conference, tell me what you thought, because I paid attention to the key words that was said in that press conference. And to me, it seems like the Bears will retain Justin Fields as the quarterback, pick up that option. And that doesn't mean that they're stuck with Justin Fields, but I think he's the best option for next year. Other than that, you take that, you pick up the option, you play with him next year, see if he continues to progress. It's going to be tough in another system. Hopefully but the experience that he's had, that he's able to make an adjustment to the new offensive coordinator. Victor Legron says yes to keeping Fields and yes to trading the top pick. So, yes, I definitely think that's going to happen. I'm excited because I love when the Bears can fleece somebody else and get their picks and just get hauls. I remember when we got fleeced with the Mitchell Trubisky and things of that nature. And this is the first time that I felt like we got somebody, and it felt good. It felt good to get somebody instead of getting got all the time. The Bears finally was able to get Carolina. They picked the wrong quarterback in Bryce Young. It might be too early to tell, but C.J. Stroud looking like he was the better option. And there was some debate on if Frank Wright wanted C.J. Stroud and other people in the organization wanted Bryce Young, and they made the wrong pick. Bryce Young didn't work out, and it worked out for the Bears. Bears number 1 pick. And still shout out to Lovie Smith. He set all this in motion when he won that last game for Houston and got us the number 1 overall pick. Shout out to Lovie Smith. We still reaping the benefits to this day. But if you watch the interview, watch the press conference of the Bears today, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen after watching that press conference? And I can't wait to the draft. Moving on, man, we got Wildcard weekend coming up. It's Wednesday. I'm giving y'all the preview early. So before all these experts and all this stuff try to make their picks and this, I'm going to give you my picks live right now and the keys to the game. If you make bets on all them gambling sites, take my stuff to the bank because I'm Nostradamus today. Okay, I'm going to give you my picks. Victor LeGrand, before I do that, Victor LeGrand says, I told a guy at Ford that Carolina would be bad and that the Bears could possibly be in this position again. Well, you were right, my brother. You were right. I didn't expect Carolina to be that bad, but yeah, they was terrible. They was terrible, and thankfully for the Bears that they got the number 1 overall pick again. But let's get into wild card weekend that's coming up, man. We got some big games. Saturday, we got the Cleveland Browns against the Houston Texans. Now, let me first give you my keys to the game, and then I'm going to give you my pick. Keys to the game for Houston versus Cleveland Browns. Can Houston protect C.J. Stroud from that defense? Listen, Cleveland Browns have a dominating defense. The Bears played them. I seen how dominant they were up close when they played the Bears. That is a dominant defense. That is one of the best defenses in the league. And the Bears couldn't protect Justin Fields from that defense. And Justin Fields still almost won that game. They only lost about 3 points. So that game is going to come down to can Houston protect C.J. Stroud from the Myles Garrett and the rest of that bunch, because they don't play any games. That defense is ferocious. And so with that being said, the spread is Browns -2.5. I'm taking the Browns on the road and to cover. I'm taking the Browns. You heard it here first. I'm taking the Browns, Joe Flacco, and that defense to beat the rookie C.J. Stroud in Houston. That's my first pick. Browns over the Texans. Next game, we got the Dolphins at the Chiefs. Chiefs -4.5. I looked at the weather. It's going to be like 2 degrees. What does that mean? Win for the Chiefs. Miami coming from hot weather. They've been getting whooped on by physical teams. I don't believe they can play in cold weather. I would say this. Tyreek does have some things on his mind about getting revenge against his old team. But he can't play for everybody. And I think the Chiefs, even though they don't look great, they're going to beat the Dolphins, and I got them covering. Chiefs over the Dolphins, -4.5. Book it. Next game. Who we got next? Let me look who we got next. We're gonna Sunday. Move on to Sunday. Steelers at the Bills. Steelers at the Bills. The Bills are getting 10 points. I think that's too many points. I got the Bills outright, but I got the Steelers -10. Give me Steelers in the points. Mike Tomlin is a respectable coach. You're not just about to go up there and wallop on them. TJ Watt is out. That's going to be a huge loss. And Mason Rudolph, you don't know what you're going to get out of him. But I respect Mike Tomlin as a head coach to take them in the points. I'm taking the Steelers in the points, but I'm taking the Bills outright. So if you're making bets, you got some decisions to make. I'll take the Steelers. You take the Steelers with the points, but I'm taking the Bills outright. Let's see what the comments talking about. Victor LeGrand says he got the Texans, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Cowboys, the Lions, and the Eagles. So you got the Texans beating the Browns. Not a bad pick. They at home. C.J. Stroud be balling out. I ain't mad at that pick. I agree with you with KC. I agree with you with Buffalo. I got to look at the Cowboys, Lions, and Eagles because I haven't looked at my notes yet. But I like your picks, brother. I like your picks. You can go with Victor LeGrand and you can go with me. Those his picks, and I'm about to finish giving you mine. So let's keep it moving. So back to Sunday. We moved on to Sunday. After the Bills and Steelers, we got the Rams at the that's a late game. We got the Packers and at the Cowboys in Jerry World. If I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys haven't lost at home all year. Now, it's been some shenanigans, maybe a few calls that went their way. You know, they probably should have lost to the Lions, but that's neither here nor there. I do have the Cowboys winning that game because they have not lost all year. And you got a young Jordan Love first playoff game, I believe. The Cowboys are -7.5 points. That's a big number, but I got them covering. I believe the Cowboys are going to get after Jordan Love. Jordan Love been balling out. I probably should take the Packers in the points, but I like the Cowboys, and I like them to cover the 7.5 points. Got them outright and to cover the 7.5 points. That's who I got. Cowboys ain't lost at home all year. You got the Cowboys at home with the refs, the pressure. I'm taking the Cowboys. If they lose to a young Jordan Love, man, it's going to be a lot of heads rolling in Dallas. It's a lot of pressure on Dallas, man. So they can't lose that game. I got Dallas winning that game. The late night game on Sunday, the Rams versus the Lions. Matthew Stafford going back against his old team. They banning the jerseys from being put in that state. They won't even allow people to wear Stafford jerseys. I think that's a little petty. They won't allow people to wear Stafford jerseys in Detroit. Come on, man. It's a Lions jersey. It's a Lions jersey. What's the big deal? They being petty right now. That's real petty of the Lions. But anyway, Stafford, I got it labeled as Stafford revenge game. This is a hard game for me to pick. The spread says Lions -3. This is a tough game to pick. Cause Matthew Stafford is a veteran, won a Super Bowl, got playoff experience. They Cooper Kupp is back. The offense is decent. You know, you still got Aaron Donald on that defense. Somebody give me some help. Everybody who's commenting, somebody give me some help on this Lions-Rams game. Let me go back to Victor Legrone picks because I might need some help. Victor Legrone says he got the Lions winning that game. Well, if he got the Lions, I'm gonna go against him just so I can see if my picks are better. I'm gonna pick the Rams in that one just because my man Vic picked the Lions. I'm gonna go against him, and then if I'm right, I get to brag. So I'm going with the Rams plus, and I'm gonna take the points. Give me the Rams and the points, and I think they're gonna win outright. I think they're gonna win outright just to go against my guy. I got the Rams outright. Victor Legrone says Eagles Bucks Monday night. Yeah, we about to get to it right now. So the last game, Eagles and Bucks. Eagles been playing terrible the last few weeks. I mean, I would say that's a tough game to pick, but I you know what I believe? I believe enough is enough. That's what I got in my note. Enough is enough of the Eagles playing mediocre football. You can't play great all this time at the beginning of the season and then just start playing like trash. You can't do it. Rams, hopefully Stafford can win because that make his legacy a little better. That's a good point, man. If Rams win and Matthew Stafford ball out, that definitely make his legacy a little better and to stick it to the Lions for trading them. But the Monday night game, Eagles versus Bucks, man, I got the Eagles, and I got them covering. You cannot play this great all year and then just start playing like trash. Victor Legrone says, I don't trust Mayfield. Hey, I agree with you on that, bro. He hit or miss. You know, he Jekyll and Hyde, man. So that's a good point by you, man. You don't know what you're going to get out of Baker Mayfield. You can get good Baker or bad Baker. But I tell you this, I think the Eagles have to come back from this bad football play now. Like, it's enough is enough, man. You can't be 10-1 to start out and then just fall off. There's no way they should have lost that division to the Cowboys. There's no way they should have lost that division to the Cowboys. So I got the Eagles winning that game. Those are my picks. Once again, if you are just now joining the show, we talked about the Bears press conference. They fired Luke Getsy today, and they talked about the plans for the future. In my opinion, I believe the Bears will retain Justin Fields as the quarterback, trade that pick, and continue to build. And then my picks for Wildcard weekend: Browns, Chiefs, Bills outright, Steelers, and the points. I got the Cowboys, I got the Rams, and I got the Eagles. Those are my picks. I believe you could take it to the bank. And if you all make some bets and you win, say it's because of me. You know what I mean? Do that. Continue to comment. Tell me your thoughts about the Bears press conference. Tell me what you think is going to happen Wild Card weekend. Give me your picks. Make your picks right now. Tell me. Victor Legrone made his. Everybody else who's tuning in, make sure y'all share this live so y'all people can see it. They can make their picks. they can put comments, and I can comment on their comments. Also, in shocking news, Pete Carroll is moving on to advisory role with the Seahawks. That was a little bit of a shocking move. I thought he would stay and continue to coach. Vrabel was fired from the Titans today. I was really shocked by that. I think he's a good coach. He just haven't had the quarterback that he needs to compete. And so it's a lot of moves being made. But the big news is the Bears fire Luke Getsy. And so with that being said, man, and listen, make sure y'all send stars to the Facebook. Y'all can send stars and support the show. Subscribe to the YouTube. The numbers are steady climbing. I appreciate all the support and love. Y'all continue to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. And let's continue to build. Follow us on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. And I got some merch on right now. I got the Blue Allen Pals shirt, long sleeve. So if you want merch, message me. You can purchase your own merch. We got hoodies, long sleeve shirts, tank tops. We working on a lot of things. So if you want merch, message me. We get your size. We ship anywhere in the country, and you can rep the show. I do got a scripture for today. I was in my word a little bit today, and the scripture is 2 Corinthians 4:16, which says, "Therefore we do not become discouraged, spiritless, disappointed, or afraid. Though our outer self is progressively wasting away, yet our inner self is being progressively renewed day by day." This was a little tough scripture for me, but after looking at it, what I got from it is, even though our outer self is getting older day by day, we're getting older day by day, our inner self is being renewed every day. So every day you wake up, you got a new day to get it right. You got a new day to get it right, a new day to live for God, a new day to just live for Him. So that's the scripture for the day. Don't be discouraged. Do not become discouraged, spiritless, disappointed, or afraid. When you go through trials, don't let it bother you. Even though our outer self might be going through that, and we might be getting older and things of that nature, the inner self is being renewed every day. Every day you wake up, you got another chance to get it right. So that's my scripture. That's the Amplified version. This is another version. Therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. So hopefully that can encourage you some kind of way to look at things a little bit differently. I appreciate y'all checking in, man, and I look forward to this wild card weekend. Hopefully, I gave y'all some good picks to win some money on. I know it's a lot of gamblers out there, but hopefully my picks is good for y'all. And even if you catch the replay, put your picks in the comments. I'll be commenting on all y'all picks of what y'all think is going to happen wild card weekend. If you want to comment on the Bears press conference, firing the OC, y'all do that as well. I look forward to all the comments, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week for sure, Wednesday. And then if it's any breaking news, we'll come in and do a immediate reaction to whatever the breaking news is. So with all that being said, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next week, and then I'll see y'all next time. We out.
We lock and load, Allen Pants. It's the Allen Pants Show.